Like I said, 90% of this was free. The books were mostly all free. There were a couple that they had pulled out and that were, you know, they were charging for, which is cool. And then there was a couple pieces of clothing we got here that we paid for as well. None of the clothing was expensive though, so I picked up this shirt. This is literally just the generic men's shirt. It's wrinkle free. I just thought this would be good for an oversized fit and some fall styling videos. So I did just pick this up. It's black, like it's not gonna get stained, so I thought it would be cool. What is this? This is Dragon Ball Z. My boyfriend just picked this up and he like had it and then he was like, I don't need it. And I'm like, well, you're not gonna see it much cheaper than this yard sale, because this yard sale actually had like normal yard sale prices. And that was a crappy thing too, because this was the second or third yard sale like this where they actually had like good yard sale prices, and like we didn't even hit this yard sale until late in the day, so we probably missed anything like super cool, but you never know. And then some you'll drive to and you'll go out of your way, or you'll go super early and they just suck. I picked this up as well just because I think it was like cheap or whatever. It just looked like it could be styled up into something classy. It's literally just a white maxi skirt though. It's like nothing crazy, but like I thought this might be cute for certain looks as well. And this is another Dragon Ball Z t-shirt. So like I kind of mentioned this in another video, but he was paying like Goodwill prices for these, and like these were probably like a quarter or 50 cents. I'm like, literally just wait, like we find it at yard sales. Like this isn't like something that's hard to come by, so at least I don't think so. I got this too, which I was thinking, like it was hot when we went to these couple of sales, so this was probably like a month or two ago, or like a month and a half. So I did pick this up because it was still summer, and this is 100% cotton and it's very lightweight, but it's kind of getting cold here now, so I don't know if this is gonna get busted out or if it's gonna get packed away like under the bed until it's warm again. But this is probably one of the last things that was like actually priced. There are like a couple of VHS tapes and books that were too, but they're all kind of mixed in here too as well. I just got this freaking dolphin beach towel, which maybe this is corny, but it just gave me nostalgia, so I did pick this up. I mean, some people might be grossed out by this, but like I'm gonna sanitize it, whatever. It's cool. In the 90s, I was like all about dolphin statuettes and pictures and like orca whales and stuff. I don't know. These are two of the tapes we got. They're just exercise tapes, which are kind of useless, but I'm planning on making a video about these. This one is step aerobics and this one is power yoga. I think they had like a whole box of them, but I didn't know, they didn't have anything marked on them, so I didn't really want to wager that like it was worth my time grabbing them. I don't know if this was free or not, but it's a book about denim. Not really much to explain, but it's kind of cool. I thought it was like about Levi's or something, but I'm guessing it's the various denim things, but it probably starts with stuff like that. I mean, I've watched some things on that were pretty cool, like the history of denim and like some documentaries about like high-end like Japanese denim collecting and stuff. There's just like a lot of interesting stuff, and I guess it's interesting if you're into that, which I am, but you know, fashion, clothing, whatever. But no, like on the ground, like this is part of it. So these were in the free kind of section. This is a Simplicity sewing book. I know like this isn't really rare or whatever, but I've always thought this stuff was neat, and like when I was a kid I was always buying this stuff and like trying to make projects, and some of them were successful and some weren't, but some were not. But this is kind of groovy just to look at some of these things. Anyway, this just has a lot about garment construction, so I thought for the good old price of free this would be fun to like kick around a little bit. I just had a ton of these sewing books, which I will buy these sometimes outright if they're actually cool. Like I'll just, you know, pay for them like you regularly do. But like I said, there's a lot of crafty like older women and stuff around here, so I don't feel like paying up for them. This one's really cool because it has like that vintage photo cover. Make it yourself. I'm guessing this is from the 70s maybe, or the 80s. This is from 1973 or 1975 was the reprint. This is funny. For the man in your life. Look at that hunk. He's probably really old now. Oh, this girl's really cute. This honestly looks like Twiggy. Is this Twiggy? or just like a model that's just similar. Probably like, why would she be in this? Okay, these are really cool. This is the kind of stuff I picked these up for because that frickin', like you could see that friggin' Afghan in a, in like a modern ad. Like this literally could be a modern ad. Like vintage always comes back or styles always recycle. Like this one actually has a lot of cool things in it, like crochet poofs. I'm not really superb at crocheting. I really gotta work on it because there's so many ideas in my head that I wanna make, but I don't have the technical skills. I have this one as well, which is tips for easy sewing. This one's a lot more just technical, which I'm sure is handy, but it doesn't come with the neat pictures. These ones I buy more for fun, so this is the microwave guide and cookbook. I've actually seen a lady that takes stuff like this and cooks all the meals, which I think sounds like a lot of fun, but this one appealed to me because it's like the microwave. So the microwave was probably new when this came out, but now it's like the lazy woman's way. Like they're microwaving beef patties. Like that's cool. So this one was just cute, and this is like a MoMA. Not MoMA. Is that MoMA? Museum? Metropolitan Museum of Art. I don't know. I'm getting it like tired brain, but this is basically the book lover's birthday book. Just a cute little thing there, like a coffee table book. And it basically has art for every day of the year, so you like look up your own birthday, which I could do. Oh, here's another one. What is this? High fashion sewing secrets. Okay, that's cool. So has like stuff in it. I wonder if they ordered this by mail. I don't know if this is going to be so high fashion, but we'll see. Here's this one. What is this? The Making of Economic Society. You think this is just like a textbook? I don't know why I picked this up. Some of these are going to be random. This one is obviously cool and vintage, and it is 101 Things to Do with Bacon. I would have bought this one as well. People just assume like nobody wants this stuff, but you never know. Like this is kind of hilarious. Actually, I don't think this is vintage. I think it just looks like a vintage graphic. I think this is modern because it's got the freaking stuff there. Libro de Recetas. So this is just recipes in Spanish from General Electric, which I just noticed that, but then when you flip it over, I guess it's in English. So you've got both. They're slow cooker recipes. And then I got this kid's book, The Holiday Inn International Cookbook. This is just kind of weird. It has that cool vintage cover, which would like look cool on a shelf, but also it's probably just interesting. So I had to grab this. It's got recipes from like different areas. I don't know if that is working. So it's like Mississippi or Ohio or whatever. These are just like weird fiction ones that we started grabbing. So I think this one just had a weird cover, but this honestly looks a little scandalous. I don't even know what this is. And then I picked up this one. These are the type of ones I actually collect, so the fact that I got one or two for free is cool. Just like these little old school horror ones. I'm gonna guess this is from the 90s, maybe like 95. Let's see. Ooh, 1994, so close. I'm like pretty good at guessing. This says it's from Avon Books, which I didn't know was a thing, but this is generally the style of the ones that I'm looking for. Honestly, some of these are like really interesting. Like these are like funny to me because they're like still relevant, but like, I don't know, the baby trap, like I have to read this or have it as like a funny thing in my house. And then the 10 Keys to Latin America. Not sure what's going on there, but it's just a guide to Latin America. It says it's a contemporary guide, but obviously it's not because this is a vintage book. So this one, Encounter, A Weekend with Intimate Strangers. I don't even know what this weird looking 70s like hippie book. I don't know if this is something strange or just fiction. I think it's fiction, I'm assuming. It says Meet 13 Strangers. Meet 13 Strangers. A minister's daughter, a sometime lesbian, a drug user, a young man hoping for an orgy. This is gonna be like a smut book, probably. Whatever, we just grabbed it. You'll find some really interesting things in people's throwaway piles. This is weird. This is literally like a Bible, but like it was like this freaking trippy cover one, so I had to get it because like I've never seen anything like that. They honestly had a lot of religious books, which obviously like I don't have a need for, but that's not knocking them. Like I support everybody's right to, live their life however they want. But I just thought this one was interesting. Like I've never seen it. Like I'm sure there was a lot of stuff like this in the 60s and 70s, but just that cover was so weird. I picked up this one. This is just like a silly fiction book. I would never buy these retail, but like I thought it might be fun. I guess they only paid $1 for it. Like I would not pick these up normally, but this just made me laugh, and I'm like, well, like stop being a snob. Like just read some dumb books. Like like I don't need to be so snotty about it. But it says 2 girls, 1 gangster, a deadly secret. Like I'm gonna give it a try. And then we have the classic, The Exorcist, and this other one that looks like maybe one of those smutty novels. I don't know what this is. Oh no, this is A Power Punch of Murder and Vengeance. So this just had that funny vintage cover, The Devil's Footsters. I don't even know, this just has like a really interesting cover, so it actually has like embossed footprints, which you probably can't see. What is this? Summer of 42. These are just like these stupid little fictions. I don't even know fictions. Why am I saying fictions? Like that's a thing. Fiction novels. Some of them might be like smutty or something. I don't know. I just grabbed some stuff. There were a few hits and a few misses in here. And The Devil Will Drag You Under. This one just has like the weirdest frickin', I don't know, mole-looking man, Rumpelstiltskin. I guess that's like the devil, I don't know. He just looks crazy. So I think some of these, like my boyfriend just picked this up, or maybe I did. This is like literally Winnie the Pooh. That's cute. Just a cute little paperback Pooh. And then another children's book. And another one, which is just a cute little vintage one. And then there were a couple of these. I'm not sure if these books are from like book bins or other yard sales, or if these were also in this stash. I literally can't remember. They just ended up in a bag in the car. So this is just a modern fiction. I don't know anything about this author or this book, just the cover was cute, and I'm assuming it was free or cheap, so it like caught our eye. This is just In Cold Blood by Truman Capote, just a classic. I think we may have a copy of this, but maybe we don't. So I think these were still free, like they might have been from the book bin, but some of these are weird, and I don't think we would pick them up. Like this one is weird, and it says soon to become a major motion picture. I don't even know what I was thinking with that one. And then this one's actually cool. This reminds me of like elementary school in the 90s, and it's like just a little school book almost, which I'm looking at the back and it has a freaking library sticker on it, but that doesn't mean that somebody like took it or whatever. Like a lot of these things end up in book sales and stuff, or like the libraries toss them out, so that's fun. My 3,000-mile journey around wild Alaska, the last great American frontier. I mean, how could you resist that? This is another good one. I feel like my head's getting cut off, but it's cool. It's Roswell High, The Seeker. I'm assuming this has to do with Roswell, the TV show, so I definitely would have bought this one. That's another free score. And then some vintage little fiction, which is, I really like the covers of these. And then some other classics here. Couldn't pass that up. And then this one I have is kind of junky. I don't know why we got this one, but we're just gonna read like dumb horror books for fall and like see how that goes. Some Beverly Cleary, which I really liked these books as a kid, so I'm starting to collect these for my niece and maybe my nephew too. Like, I mean, whichever one of them wants to read them. I thought they'd be fun. So that's what some of the kids' books will be for. Daughter of the Queen of Sheba. I don't remember what this is. It looks interesting. It's like it's a nonfiction. I don't know. I'm not gonna read all this, but it looked interesting. So here's another Beverly Cleary. It looks like it was a classroom book. And then this one was vintage, but like I would have bought this one. This is just cute. I don't know why I have nostalgia for these. These are not really of my time. So I don't know that you can have nostalgia for it. I used to buy all of these, or not buy them, like buy them at yard sales secondhand, like in the 90s. So they're probably older than that, like the 60s or 70s or something, but I have like a lot of those. This one I thought was funny. It says, maybe life's just not that into you, which kind of reminded me of that he's not that into you movie. But we got this classic, which I think we may have this as well, so it may become just another book club read, or I'm gonna throw it up on Depop. It's some kind of political thing, I don't know. I just grabbed the cover. This was like a rushing type of deal too, so something like this one doesn't really make sense. And then normally I would laugh at these because like these authors are kind of silly to me, but I just grabbed this as well because it was free, so it might just end up being donated. Their little plethora of books. So we have this one just for fun and like vintagey. I do like these. These are some of the ones I had too. And then this little manual I thought was cute. This one's just like another vintage one with a funny cover. Just like very old school looking book. And then some Lemony Snicket that was not that old, so that'll just be for the kids to read. I think this was just in there. Got some of these as well. So these I actually like because these are some of the like useful manuals and stuff they used to have. I think I want to get like a whole library of these so I can do it myself. And this is just a cheesy like love languages book, but I picked it up. It was free. This was just weird. I thought that might be resellable. And then this one just had a cute little vintage cover. Honestly, that looks Scottish or something. Like fairy tale-ish or something. I'm not sure what this was for. I'm like getting down to the wire here. So, the richest man who ever lived, King Solomon's secrets to success, wealth, and happiness. I guess this is probably like a biblical thing, but it was a self-help book, so we just grabbed it. I don't know. We'll see what it's like. And then, what is this? Can they all be hoaxes? UFOs over America. I just thought this was funny because now they have come out, the government has come out saying that UFOs are indeed real, so this is just funny to look back on. And then this is a cute one. This little Donna Parker mystery. I really like these vintage, I don't know if they're 50s or 60s, and I have a few of these like from this series that I picked up, I think at another yard sale or maybe a store, and I just think they're cute. This doesn't say the year. So anyway, this is just a Dave Eggers book, so we grabbed that. These are mostly like vintage little kitty books. This one was cute. It's like these little silly wildlife ones, and this little old school one. And then this was another fashion sewing book, so I definitely would have grabbed that as well. Plus that cover is kind of cool. Hands are starting to get crusty. This is another sewing one, so I might have to go through these because they're kind of heavy. Maybe pick out the ones I really like, and then if there's any spares or like kind of doubled up ones, I'll just put them in the free library so that somebody else can benefit from them. Okay, this one's really cool. This is Better Homes and Gardens. It's a cooking one, but it's like literally this groovy fondue pot on the front. Like, how could I pass that up? Ooh, you've got your freaking funky desserts. These are kind of basic looking, but just Frank L. Baum, aka Wizard of Oz author. Strange, sudden, and unexpected. This just had a cute little vintage kid book vibe, so I'll probably sell these like as like a bundle or something. And then this fun little puzzled out little guy. Here's another one where it actually overlapped with our regular interest in things we would pay for and buy. So I'm collecting these little silly ones too because they're just from the same time period, and I don't know, I probably had some of them as a kid. It wasn't like one I was collecting like the others, but they're just neat. So anyway, this cute little novel as well. What is this from? Oh, 1959. I was slightly off. Just has a cute vibe. Another weird one, which I don't know. Something with I picked these up. I was never into this, but a lot of people like Twilight, and I feel like it's had a resurgence like on Depop and stuff, so I just figured these would be sellable. Maybe not because they were literally everywhere, but I figured you never know. This one was just interesting. I picked this up because anything that's like a vintagey self-help I just find really interesting because you don't see a lot of those, so this looks like this. It says happiness is a habit. I've never heard of this, but I just thought it would be interesting to grab.